it's about communism happening inside the Kannada state of Indian country. Inside the Kannada state, communism people are in fasting by saying we want the properties of the God, and they are creating communist communist policy inside. They are trying to force the communist policy inside the Kannada by creating problem inside the Karnataka state. They are asking the total properties of the God to them by creating some type of what I can call groupial playing against the what I can say against the law or against the real truth. Just we know only owner can facilitate the properties of them. None other can get or facilitate the properties of others. By saying we are all communism, we can get the properties of other peoples. It will come under the criminal activities. So, as per the word of the global president, Robert's president said to stop your fasting and return to your work. It's a word to Karnataka Communist parties. Don't create problem to the people by doing fasting because of your criminal activities of fasting. People are suffering more and more. So avoid your fasting towards any criminal activities. It's a request from global president to Communist Party of Russian country. As per the word of the global president is not ready to give any properties to everybody. It's a property of, it's a shuttle of the global power. If that power is not in the earth, it is already set to the earth peoples. Don't try to stole all the powers of the temple in the earth by saying we are communism, by saying we are all conservatism. Global power is not in the earth. Don't waste your time and don't waste your life. It's a message to conservatism and communism policies of the earth. Don't try to stole or don't try to take any global sector members by doing I am fasting, I am having this much powers. It's a law said to you. Don't try to facilitate others' properties. What you are having, facilitate that much and do your work. Don't waste your health by saying I am in fasting or others to take the properties of others. It's very ashamed to the country of Karnataka. Actually, communist policies seem to be spreading, creating group members, and it is far doing some good things than bad things. That is only called as communist policy. Don't misuse the communist policy for criminal activities. Is a word from global presidents towards this fasting in Karnataka, and don't create problem to the global president and other president of other states and countries. Is a word to the Karnataka communist parties. It's a word to all the parties and all the organizations and all the groups Don't try to facilitate others' properties or chattels or other rights of the peoples or personalities by saying I'm a greatest personalities or I'm a more power than you, because each and everything is having certain strategies, certain rulings and certain path to move, and each one is having their own way of achieving. All are having their own ancient histories, their own civilizations, from their own pains, their own lives. Don't think about your life and don't try to cheat others and don't try to facilitate the properties of others by saying I am a communism, I am a conservatism, or I am from some other parties or some other policy. You are going to be you can be any type of policy, but you can't avail the properties of others, or you can't facilitate the properties of others. Is a general concept to all the policies in the earth. So don't try to create more policies to take them or facilitate the properties of the others, because in the earth is under the total earth is under the control of the criminal peoples who are trying to solve the global project from global president. Is a message global president already said to set earth is under emergency period, because they are stealing the powers from global sector and trying to cheat the people, are trying to take the properties of the richest people, and they want to earn, or they want to live a happy life by saying we are communism, by saying other policies. You can be any type of policy, but you can't avail the, or you can't benefit the properties or chattels of others. If you obey that word, or if you disobey this word, can Communist Party give their property to us? Huh? Communist Party is having how many crores and crore property in their hand? Other Communist Party can give their property to others. Then how other parties will give their property to communist policy? By saying we are communism, you can't ask, or you can't facilitate the properties of others. So don't be in fasting and don't waste your life. It's a message from global sector. Thank you. Just I want to say another few words, like in Tamil Nadu another one case happened inside one journalist called as Nakiran. This Nakiran is basically from one of the criminal who fight against the Lord Shiva on those days. Now he is fighting against Nityananda, who is trying to take the, what they will say in Tamil, Ninaivalagal. They are trying to take the thinking waves of the God by attacking the Nityananda ashramam, by saying Nityananda is doing something like this. That Nakiran is a criminal who had a relation with Veerappan, the criminal accused, shooted by the police station. Why this fellow is still exists in the journal as a journalist is unknown to others. But still that Nakiran is exists by saying I am one of the gang inside the Veerappan group. That Nakiran is also one of the Veerappan group who involved in hijacking of sandalwood But they shooted Veerappan, still that they didn't capture any money which was stolen by that group. Whether Nakiran can submit that much properties to the government? Why you are thinking about devotional powers and why you are coming inside to that side? Why you are thinking about the devotional? You can pray the devotional, then you are questioning the devotional. It's a word set by the God to all. Why all are thinking about the devotional and taking the powers of them? Don't be a fool like this and be in your department. Don't come to others department. They are all coming under global sector. So don't come inside the global sector and don't try to say that global sector is doing like this. So we want power of that global sector. Whether Nakiran Gopal want power of the global sector, why you have to point out that asrama? Asrama is running in some powers. For what purpose you are point outing that? Because earth is under the control of the criminals like you, the Nakiran. What do you want from that asrama by saying the word that they are doing like this? That asrama is running in some Nitya power. That power is trying to stole by you type of peoples. Already I said about one Jiva some that was stolen from the global sector, and this much people died in the earth. This much people are in lunar in the earth. This is happened by you type of court which hangs and the Jeevanamsam to some criminal females. This was given to the accused females of the Tamil Nadu, sanctioned by the court because of you type of journalists, by saying they are all doing this type of activities. Because of that, this much people died, this much people are in slaveness. Next, what you want from global sector is a question to that journalist Nakiran who attacked the Lord Shiva on those days. Whether you want to see the third eye of the Lord Shiva or what you want to see this time? Total Tamil Nadu is taking the power of the devotional power by saying unwanted words. They are slaving the God powers and taking the God powers in their hand. Once they taken the God power, we can't do anything of them. They will run to some other places. They will hide in some other places. We can't do anything. This type of people, why they are talking about the God powers? What power they want? Why they are talking about that ashramam? It's a direct question to that journalist Nakiran. By joined with which type of terrors or criminals, they are asking this question towards that asrama. What power they want, they can directly say we will say the answer to them directly. It's a direct speech, indirect speech. You can talk indirect to them, but I will talk directly to all. What power you want from that asrama? I am that. Who am I? You want to know? I am that green flag of the Indian country. You want to know what is that in Tamil? எனது பெயர் பச்சை தமிழன்னு சொன்னேன். பச்சை தமிழில் கேட்குறேன், உனக்கு என்ன வேணும் அங்கேருந்து? என்ன சக்திக்காக அந்த ஆசிரமத்தில் காலி கட்டிட்டு இருக்கான்னு? ஒருக்கி